Aloha, everybody, and welcome to Doing Hawaii. In this live broadcast, we're going to talk about the channel and what you can expect uh, from me next, dealing with the Look at That There series. And oh goodness, let's see what else. Oh, there's so much different things going on. Of course, my best friend Dee, she's moving here. She'll be here at the end of November. And wow. Also, well, I guess actually while I'm thinking about it, I found out today from Scott that there are some people on one of his live streams earlier today sent some super chats my way. So I just wanted to give a quick shout out to those people and say thank you very much. That goes to Wendy Lou, Liz, Ruben, Rebecca, and Martin. I really do appreciate that. It really just shows how much y'all are enjoying the content from both Scott and I, and it's really humbling to know that this many people is interested in what's going on with us and things of that nature, with the volcano and Hawaii and all kinds of wonderful things. I mean, the list just goes on and on and on. Okay, I'm trying to look at your comments here. Kiralee, thank you so much. I just noticed that. Again, my comments on my phone still aren't working very well when it comes to the live chat for whatever reason. I mean, they literally just flash seconds. I mean, I just see a flash knowing that there's a new comment, but I have no idea what is being said. I'm trying to use my tablet to see these things as well, but for some reason it looks like my tablet's not even showing the comments, and I don't know why. Oh, there they go. I guess I just had to refresh or something. Okay, so let's and yeah, it's probably the dogs running around. Oh, sorry, we're having some video difficulties right now. Oh, there we go. Oh, there's Griffin. Anyways, what's happening on the channel with Look at That There? One of the things that I'm doing now in the Look at That There series started with episode number 6 and continued into number 7. It will most likely go for multiple episodes, and what I'm doing is I'm doing a Kilauea Volcano Eruption before, during, and after. I'm using imagery from Google Earth, Google Street View, also imagery that was taken by both Scott and myself. Scott has been so generous to give me a non-exclusive right to his entire video library and photographic library to use in these series, along with mine and some of the other public sources dealing with the Department of Land and Natural Resources, Hawaii County Civil Defense, and of course the USGS. So we're going to be putting all that stuff together in a timeline that makes it easier for y'all to follow and understand exactly what happened with the eruption, when it began, how it evolved, and ultimately will lead us to the pause, as the USGS, the lull, as they like to continue to call it. Even though at this point I would like to think, and it is of course just my personal opinion, don't want to stress, or I do want to stress that very heavily, my personal opinion, that the eruptive part within Leilani Estates is most likely over. Now, will the volcano erupt again? Yes. The question is, when? So there's never an if, there's always a when it comes to Kilauea. It's been erupting continuously on and off for a very long time. We just come out of a very long cycle with Pu'u'o that had been erupting since 85 it was, or 86 or something like that. And 83. And it actually was the date, and it was pretty much a continuous eruption. It would start and stop. So yeah, so it's going to erupt again. The question is only when and where. Currently, there is some inflation in the land over on Pu'u'o and east of Pu'u'o in the Middle East Rift Zone, which is not uncommon, especially for Pu'u'o. We've seen inflation go up and down in that area all the time. So that's basically the update on the Look at That There series, and of course just a little brief update on what's happening with Kilauea. Things are still quiet. A little bit of earthquakes. We actually felt a quake a couple nights ago. It was southeast of Leilani. It was a small one, but one of those little bumps, you know. And after all this, you kind of pick up on those things very quickly when you feel them. So, let's see what else.
Oh, I just realized something. I don't need to type replies. I can just talk replies.
Oh yeah, Scott's right here, by the way. Everybody say hello to Scott. And also, don't forget, go over to his channel and tell him thank you very much for giving me access to his video archives. It really makes a lot difference for me, especially in the beginning, because in the beginning I was pretty much involved in community emergency stuff, sending and propagating information, keeping everybody updated on what's happening and where to the best of my ability through other social media sites. And so I wasn't out in the field, so to speak, gathering images or stuff like that. There was a few little things that Scott forced me to go out and take a look at, even though I was busy, doing what I considered at the time more important things. And actually, they were more important things. People's safety, of course, is paramount in any type of situation like this. So once that pretty much was done and there was not much more I could do because we'd pretty much gotten into the thick of things with the eruption, I decided to split my time and go out and survey, the area, film, photograph, things of that nature, and do the community service stuff, half-time, because it wasn't a big call that. The first week or two, things were really chaotic and no one knew what was going on, and information wasn't being communicated from place to place properly, and there was a lot of innuendos and rumors and just all kinds of misleading information. I won't necessarily call it false information, but it was information missing certain details and facts and things like that made it kind of confusing for a lot of people. So with all that done, we moved into filming the volcano and, of course, the birth of my channel, so to speak. Well, the rebirth of my channel. It had existed from back in 2012-13, where I started doing Hawaii, and didn't really get any traction on it. I didn't know what I was doing, wasn't sure if I wanted to do it. Just something I thought I'd try as a little bit of hobby and see what happened. Of course, this eruption really launched the channel. There's no doubt about that. Once I started posting these videos and talking about it, subscribership went up. And by the way, we are now over 8,000 subscribers. And I want to say a big mahalo to all of y'all. I mean, every time I see that number go up, I get excited, because that's just that tells me that there's another person out there that I can talk to. And as you've probably learned through some of my videos, and of course this live chat, I do love to talk. So there's a little bit of personal insight about Charles. Charles is a talker. I will talk to anybody about anything, and sometimes those conversations can go on for hours and hours and hours.
And I've tried for the last 5 minutes to mention comments here.
And point in case. So we'll go ahead and we'll let Scott talk for a few minutes while I take a break.
Sorry about that Akaka Falls fiasco. Noi called me and texted me, so it's offline right now. And thank you all. Hello, everybody. I guess that's all I had.
Oh, well, I thought you said something about comments.
Well, I was saying hi to everyone who said hi.
Oh.
I mean, they were saying hi to me as you were talking.
As I was running my mouth?
As you were running your mouth, yes.
We did.
Oh. Okay. That's all I got.
Oh, okay. So I guess I'm taking back over now.
You're up. Hi, Dale.
So, hi, everybody that's joining.
Hi, Brass Rose. Hi, Andrea Lee. Hi, Taz.
Let's see. So, any more channel update announcements? Let's see.
Hi, Lynn.
We talked about, look at that there and where we're going with that one. So, basically, I'm going to be taking that up in days. Like the first video was dealing with May 3rd, which was just a general overview. And, of course, the first cracks appeared. That was episode number 6. Episode number 7 of Look at That There covered May 4th and May 5th. And May 5th is, if I remember correctly...
Yes, visitors can come over here. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yes. And if I remember correctly, May 5th was the official date of the eruption. That is but it wasn't like in the middle of the day. It was early in that morning.
Hi, Sean. Thanks for joining. Okay.
Okay.
I have to tap him when I want him to stop talking.
So, well, at least let me finish what I'm talking about, because I'm losing track. So, anyways, so yeah, the fourth and the fifth, that's episode number 7. And the fifth is really when things started gearing up. So I know episode 6 and the first half of 7 was a little dry and slow, but I promise you, as these videos continue and things really start happening with the eruption and and all that stuff, the videos will get a lot more interesting, image-wise, things of that nature. So, yeah, and there'll probably be, I don't know, a dozen episodes of this because we've got, what, 3 months of timeline to go over, and I'm trying to do a couple days at a time to speed it up, but there's really some days that there is just a lot that happened. It's really hard to get it all into one video, so I may have to split it up into parts. I don't know.
10 and 20.
Parts 10 and 20.
I'm sorry, I haven't been listening.
If you're going to comment, you need to pay attention.
I'm reading the comments and not listening. I can't do both.
That's okay. No one expects you to. So yeah, so I might have to break some episodes up into part 1, part 2, just depending on how much information, because I really want to show you all the imagery and all the graphics and videos.
I was thinking your total episode of the compilation of what you're doing, 10 and 20. Power surges.
Okay. Well, I guess me and Scott will have to discuss that later.
Yes, we'll discuss that later.
And, so...
All right, see you, Sean.
Oh, sorry, Sean. Sorry you're bored. Like I said, it's just a channel discussion and update video. Let's see. So, yeah, as I was trying to say, split up in a couple parts. There's a lot of videos and imagery that I want to show you, and I really just want to show you all of it. But this last video, number 7, actually took me a few days to put together. Really put a lot of work in it, but I had to set up a format and figure out what I was going to do. So it was a start and stop and start over type process. So I do apologize it took so long to get number 7 out. But so hopefully number 8, episode 8 will be a little bit better. Oh, sorry. Scott's up to something. Hey, are you sure? Yeah. Hey, he says it's fine. Okay, people, here's an exclusive look at something you don't get to see very often. Oh, wait, now he's hiding behind the bamboo. I tried. So, what else? When the lava hits the ocean, is it just steam or is it toxic? Lila, actually, it can be toxic. When the lava hits the ocean water, it basically creates what we call lays. And lays is basically sulfur dioxide, hydrogen sulfide, steam, and a lot of fine particles of volcanic glass. It will kill you. There's no doubt about that. If you get caught in a lays plume and get a very concentrated exposure, it can kill you. Minor, exposure can, of course, cause lung and respiratory issues, and with the volcanic glass, potential future issues could occur as well. So I hope that answers your question. Moving on, are you building a playlist for your LATT series, Jeremiah? Yes, actually there is a playlist starting with episode 1. It is available, so you can go check that out on the main channel. Rob, I normally don't answer personal questions, but I will tell you how me and Scott met. Basically, when we were both living in Florida, I was doing computer work, designing workstations, networks, and databases, and things of that nature. And he was with a company that needed to convert their old computer systems into an actual network. They were just individual stations in different offices that couldn't intercommunicate. So I came in and helped the company he was with design and put together a network. So that's how we met. So if you have any questions about the channel, the Kilauea Volcano, or anything of that nature, go ahead and post them in the comments. I'm going to spend a few minutes here taking some of those questions and answering them if I can. So if I go silent for a few moments, it is because I am reading the comments. That guy walking by the bamboo has the microphone on? No, the guy walking by the bamboo was Scott. And he doesn't have a microphone. That's me. Well, and actually I don't even have a microphone. It's just the mic on the camera phone. Hi, Jay Austin. I'm glad you're enjoying the look at that there. I need to put Mongoose on Redbubble. What do you mean, Dana? I do have a couple Mongoose t-shirts. I have the actual photographic black and white print of him running across the road, and of course the Mongoose on watch notice sign. What else would you like to see up there? Y'all got to tell me what y'all want to see, because if you tell me what you want to see, both on Redbubble and of course on the channel, it gives me ideas on what to do and how to present content that you're more interested in versus just what I want to show. Because I mean, I want to show what I want to show, obviously, but I also want to show what y'all want to see, because that's what this is all about, is well, doing Hawaii and my adventures here, the things I see. And of course, I want to take y'all along with me. Little animal, Dana? Okay, I think I know what you're getting at there. And actually, here's another little announcement. I've been holding it as a secret, but I'll go ahead and share it since I'm here. I've been working in a 3D modeling program, and I'm actually in the process of creating a 3D model of Mr. Mongoose. And I'm creating that model so that I can use him in some videos as kind of the channel mascot, and also for graphics, to print on t-shirts, mugs, and things of that nature. So hopefully, Dana, that is what you're looking for. It's a little daunting. I've never done 3D modeling like this, but so far so good. We have the general structure. We got to do some refinement, and I'll be warning you. I'm going to warn you right now. It's probably going to take weeks before that's available, because there is a learning curve, and between making videos and domestic life and doing graphics and 3D modeling and research and education and general life, and the list goes on and on and on. There's just never enough time in a day to do it all. So that's my biggest problem. If you want to know what is my biggest obstacle in all this with the channel, is time. There's so much I want to do and say, but so little time to do it. And unlike Scott's videos, my videos require more time to put together, because I go in, I edit, I try to put images together, I try to tell a little bit of a story, give a timeline. And Scott's pretty much a point and shoot, which is very good, because it gives more of a reality perspective, and nothing's been edited there. So yeah, it'll take time. Hi Gypsy, I'm glad you enjoyed it. The next part will be coming available soon. Hopefully it won't take me as long to put that one, to put number 8 together, because number 7 actually took me three and a half days. And okay, I'll share something else with you last night. Something else with you that happened last night. I was just finished putting the final touches on the video, and I needed to go create some imagery. So I closed my editor, went into my image editor, did what I needed to do there, came back out, went to open the video editor, and the video wouldn't load. It first kept throwing an error. Took me an hour and a half to finally figure out what it was that was causing the movie editor to glitch out. And it turned out it was a 3-second audio clip that I recorded voiceover, and yeah. So that took an hour and a half to find a 3-4 second clip that somehow got corrupted. I had to delete it, re-record it, and everything loaded fine, obviously. Oh, look at that. Andrea Lee McNeil. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Andrea, or Andrea.
Andrea. I guess it's just a tomato type thing, I guess, on that one. But thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you, and you're actually the awesome one. I'm doing all this, of course, for y'all. Okay, I get something out of it too. I enjoy you doing it. I really do. I love arts and graphics and videos and things like that. So this has really been very enjoyable for me, and it's only been enjoyable for me because of every one of y'all. Every comment, every thumbs up, even the ones that hit thumb down. A lot of people get upset. Oh, why they didn't like it? I don't care if you like it or not. The fact that you're willing to interact with me and tell me that you like this or you didn't like that, is good, because it helps me, create the content that you're gonna.
I think it's pronounced Andrea. See, what Charles is doing is, as he's talking, he can't see the comments. So if he misses your comments, that is why. Andrea, the way you pronounced it is the correct way. The way I did it is the incorrect way. Right? Is that what you think that means? The first way?
Andrea? Yeah.
Andrea.
Because it's
or
a lower.
Andrea.
Yeah, it's a. No, it's.
What'd you say?
Andrea. Andrea.
Andrea?
Yeah.
I thought you said Andrea.
No, Andrea.
Andrea.
All this discussion over one individual's name, but no, nonetheless, thank you very much.
Andrea.
Happy Griffin. That dog has some short, dumpy little leg. Ken, no. Nothing wrong with the dog's legs. Griffin just likes to hold one up sometimes. He's very prim and proper when it comes to his stances.
Ooh, I should do a light chat, see what happens. You want me to?
Hey, Gypsy. Yeah, I think how I'm doing with the old maps and the new image overlaying them like that, I believed it was one of the best ways to really, illustrate, what was happening, where it was happening, and to give a better perspective. I mean, it's okay to flip from one image and then, flip the other image, but if you don't have the same visual there to compare, the dramatic nature of those the after image or during images really just has no comparison. I mean, so yeah, I'm glad y'all are enjoying that. I will definitely be doing more like that. Lila, well, right now technically we're in a pause. When will it end? Never. Kilauea is an active volcano. It's one of the most active volcanoes on the planet. So there is really no end in sight. The Hawaii volcano chain has always had an active volcano in it, as far as we know historically. So no, it will not end. Now the fissures and all that stuff, fissures only open up prior to a major eruption. And I really believe from what I've learned about all this, that it takes many, many years for that type of pressure and magma volume to build up in order to create an eruption like this. Now, here in the next few months or next couple of years, will we see another eruption? It's definitely possible, and it would not be surprising if we did. It's to be expected at some point. Now, will it be as big and as devastating? Don't know. No one knows. It's one of those things we just have to wait and see. And it is one of the things we deal with living on a volcanic island. People are, excuse me, people live, on the East Coast and deal with hurricanes. People live in the Midwest and deal with tornadoes. People on the West Coast have earthquakes. We all know that these things occur, so it's just par for the course, so to speak. Griffin is being rude.
Dale, that crater that I flew over was Pu'u'o'o, 13 miles away from the lava lake. And that's what, well, you explain it. That's what fed this deal and all that stuff.
Well, there's still speculation as to where the lava come from. In the beginning, it was thought that a lot of the Pahoa that we started seeing coming out of Fissure 8 and some of the other areas were actually from Pu'u'o'o Reserve. According to USGS, they said they tested some of the lava samples and found that the chemistry was very close to the same chemistry signature that they found in lava that erupted from Pu'u'o'o. Now, I don't know if that would be considered just a correlation or what, but then they said that changed, and it may be, from the Kilauea, Halemaumau reservoir. So I don't think the USGS really knows where the lava comes from, other than it comes out of the ground. They don't really have any good maps or ideas of the structure of the reservoir system or even the piping. They got general ideas based on earthquake patterns and things like that. So, I mean, it gives us a very good baseline, but it's not very precise or accurate. So a lot of these questions are always going to be speculative. It's always going to be a question of if and when or maybe. There'll never be any certainties.
You really do a fantastic job of explaining things. I give one answer, one word answers.
Actually, Dale, the crater that he flew around being Pahoa, no, that is not the one that sunk. That is at the summit, Halima'uma'u.
Pu'u'o'o did sink, drained.
Well, no, he's talking about the depression,
Oh,
the
he's
collapse.
the lava lake.
Yeah, that was the lava lake that collapsed was up at the summit of Volcanoes National Park. Pu'u'o'o, however, was the fissure vent, crater vent that actually kind of gave signal that this eruption was occur. We had a huge earthquake, and the floor, the crater floor basically dropped out and collapsed, and whether it was responsible for the earthquake or the earthquake caused that, I'm uncertain. But it was at that point that things really started, and we saw a very large surge of magma come down through the rift zone, and of course ultimately erupt in Leilani. Well, just going through the comments again, trying to see if there's anything in there that I've been asked.
A lot.
I have been asked a lot.
A lot.
Well, I'm sorry. It's really hard to stream and talk and read the comments at the same time, especially standing out here in front of the phone. Now, if I was down at my streaming station, then it would be a lot easier because the video would be taking care of itself. Yes, Griffin likes to stay in the shade.
So does Goliath.
Goliath does too, for the most part. But Griffin, if you see him out there, he's waiting. He's wanting someone to come out and play with him. And he's a very manipulative dog, by the way.
Oh, he has a tablet that he's reading the comments off of because his phone is glitching for some reason.
Brass Rose, no, I am not part of the Homeowners Association, the Leilani Community Association. There are two sections in Leilani Estates. Most people aren't aware of this. Section 1, which was the first residential area that was established, which is at the top of Leilani, which would be the west side. And then Section 2, which is the larger section, came in a few years later. And they have the association and things of that nature. And are they going to use me as the go-to guy for possible future catastrophes? Probably not. And that's a whole nother story, which I don't think I'm willing to go into publicly, so to speak. There's some good stuff. There's some bad stuff. There's a division between Section 1 and Section 2. Apparently that division, social division anyways, has been here for many years, way before I even moved into the area. And so I really don't quite fully understand what it's all about, and it's stupid. It doesn't matter if you're Section 1 or Section 2. We're all Leilani Estates. But yet there are people in Leilani Estates, both Section 1 and Section 2, that thinks the separation, should have a wall between us, and other people think that we should all join up and be one. And then there are, of course, those that just want to be left alone. Yes, John. The volcanic plumbing is the great unknown for USGS, which, if I've done a little bit of research on that, and I found that there is technology out there using 3D seismic data that they can actually build a very close to accurate representation of underground water reservoirs, oil reservoirs, and I would logically assume anyways, that it could be used for magma reservoirs as well. I do know that the gas and oil and, petroleum companies do have this technology, and they use it for scouting reserves. Why that technology hasn't been adapted to basically mapping, volcanics, especially, in populated areas, I don't know why. I guess it's all about money. Andrea, HOA is just stupid. Sometimes they can be, but sometimes an HOA is a good thing. I mean, for example, the HOA down there allows them to maintain their roads and keep them in good, good repair and stuff, which is a great thing for the residents. It also provides the community center and park for the keiki. By the way, keiki are children and things of that nature. So with any HOA, no matter where you are in the world, you have, your both your pros and your cons. KS Bear 2, not a problem. You have a great evening. Thanks for joining us.
Can I say something about my channel this morning?
You can say anything you want to say, Scott.
Okay.
Scott's got something to say.
You guys, this morning, live with Linda, my guest, she had a ball. So that was great. Thank you for chatting with her. She really enjoyed that. So that was a highlight of her day. So thank you for being a part of that. Your turn.
My turn again? Okay. Yeah, actually, that's one thing I want to say, too. His flight in the helicopter over Pahoa, I'm extremely jealous. I mean, extremely jealous. I would love to take one of those flights and have that imagery. But he got it. And, of course, he's given me access to his entire video archive. So I have access to that footage as well, which I'm actually going to be using it in another video, probably separate from Look at That There. I'm not real sure. I want to try to create 3 little video series, one being the actual news update, which, by the way, I didn't put one out Wednesday, simply because there was really nothing. I mean, it was a very short report, and it's the exact same information, and there's no new imagery from USGS or any of the other public sources. So it was really just going to be a complete repeat, and I thought it would be completely boring. So I chose to skip it this week. So that's that.
Hi, Mary. Hi, Mary's mom. Doing great, thank you. And thanks for stopping by.
Yes, Gypsy, no news is good news. The very first line in the USGS report states, and I think this is so hilarious, the Kilauea volcano is not erupting. That's the way they open up the report. I guess there's people out there that think maybe it still is, because they really stress it in just that first little tiny short sentence. But hey, they're correct. The volcano is currently not erupting. Actually, there's no eruptions anywhere on the island, and there's no VOG. The SO2 and H2S emissions are super way down, lowest in recorded history, well, Pahoa history anyways. So even the Kona side is really enjoying very clear air and weather. So actually the whole state, because most of the VOG actually would go over to the, what would it be, the west side of the island, the Kona side, and go north and hit, Oahu and some of the other islands. So the east side, even though we're right here next to it, we very rarely dealt with any super heavy VOG or anything like that. Oh, and VOG is basically volcanic gas emissions. It creates kind of a haze in the air, almost like smog and fog does. But in this case, it's sulfur dioxide. Actually, I think it's SO2 3. It's been aerosol, yeah. It's basically been bonded with other things in the air, so it's not as potent as sulfur dioxide.
Hi, Sue.
Hi, Sue. Okay, I just said hi because he said hi. But still, nonetheless, hi, Sue.
Well, they've been watching from Canada since July. Is that what that said? Oops.
Canada, July, and now Vietnam. Wow, Camille. Thank you. I think that's one of the...
Oh, Canada till July, and now from Vietnam. Oh, cool.
Yeah. That's actually, this is one of the things I love about the YouTube, is I get to reach out to people from all around the world. And
I don't think I've ever seen Camille on my channel.
And, well, maybe she's a new subscriber. Or maybe this is the first time she decided to say something. I watch a lot of videos on YouTube, and I don't make any comments, simply because, well, most everybody's already said what I wanted to say in the comments anyways.
But my memory is shot anyways. Hi, Michael.
Purely, why are your kids laughing at the car? Are they laughing with us, or are they laughing at us?
Wait a second. What'd she say?
She says, LOL, you guys, my kids are laughing in the car.
They're probably laughing at something else. I'm sure they're not laughing at what's going on here.
Oh, who knows? Well, I just asked Kira. We'll find out. She's going to ask them, what y'all laughing at?
Well, hi, Kira's kids, if you can hear us.
Yes. Hi, Kira's kids. I got a joke for you. Why did
Boy.
why did the chicken cross the active lava flow? To get to the barbecue on the other side.
Hi, Steven. You know what's weird? I clipped my fingernails this morning and I forgot to do one of my thumbs.
Hello, Queensland. Stephen, thank you for joining us.
Really, Wendy Lou?
You only comment on our stuff, Wendy? Wow.
Cool. Well, I feel honored. Seriously, I do.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel all warm and fuzzy inside now. Nope. Dana. Dana, I'm still waiting for that $3.99.
Oh, Joan's usually a silent listener.
Curly.
That's okay. You know what's weird? We started laughing at the same time. The same time. You're looking at something and I'm looking at something.
Well, it's because it's in blue. It caught my eye. Well, oh God. Okay, kids. Sorry. Come up with a better chicken joke. That's the best one I could come up with.
Who'd you follow on Twitter, Dana? I don't understand.
She followed me on Twitter.
Oh, you?
Yeah, and I actually sent you a tweet yesterday for that one. Didn't get a response, though.
Oh, that's cool, Lynn. Lynn only replies to us and Gabe.
Excellent.
Man, I'm seeing a lot of people I haven't seen before.
Z. Aloha.
Aloha, Z. I haven't seen them before. Have you seen them before? Can you guys hear me when I mumble like this?
Okay, sorry, I'm reading the comments again. Joan, usually a silent listener. Well, you know what? That's okay. You know, not everybody, wants to speak up. They just want to sit there and enjoy. You're probably...
Sorry.
Okay, no problem.
Dana said she tweeted you back.
You tweeted back, Dana? Then I must not got it. Oh, Andrea, you sent me some pictures. You did? What pictures did you send me, Andrea?
Oh. Thanks for that heads up, Dana.
Okay, Dana. As much as... Or not Dana, Kira. As much as I appreciate you, you need to focus on driving. You know, here in Hawaii, we actually have a law. You're not allowed to be on your cell phone while driving. If you get a phone call or you want to use your phone or look at it, you actually have to pull over to the side of the road. So,
is she still driving?
She just said she was. Her kids want her to concentrate on the road because she took a wrong turn. Daughter is driving.
What?
Well, if the daughter's driving, you're playing navigator, aren't you, Kira?
Oh.
Can't look at the GPS on your phone when you're watching a video, huh?
Ooh, she kept
Hey,
that.
look at this. All of a sudden, my chat started appearing on the phone.
She kept... Hey.
Wow, y'all fixed my chat problem on the phone. Excellent.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh, it gone again. Oh, look at that, Marie.
Mary.
Is it Mary?
It is.
Okay, Marie. Hopefully I get it right. Mary. That's what Scott says it is. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mary. That's awesome.
Very awesome.
Awesome from New Zealand. Woo woo.
Ooh, Lila, 2 inches of snow. Brr. See, that's one thing I love about Hawaii is I don't have to deal with snow unless I want to, and then I just go up the mountain. And then if I get too cold, I go down to the ocean and get all warmed up again. I mean, you literally can go from different climate to different climate to different climate.
Wanted to see the delay.
There is a delay, yes, Scott. Well, of course she's not now. She's the pilot. The pilot drives, the navigator navigates, Kira. So get to navigating. Missing your turn, making a wrong turn. How is that even possible? Okay,
Ooh, I like that idea, Brass Rose. We'll have a ways to go to accomplish that. But that's a great idea.
Yes, Brass Rose says maybe we can get enough chats. You can go in the helicopter too. That would be nice.
Would you go with doors off?
Absolutely. I wouldn't want to go with doors on. Doors on, screw up the video.
I'd do it again.
But of course, I would take, warm clothing with me and probably gloves because it's cold up there at 2,000 feet.
Actually, my hands weren't cold because I was focusing on hanging on for dear life.
Well, didn't you have a seatbelt?
Yeah, a 4-point harness.
Well, then why were you holding on for dear life?
I was just scared to death.
Well, that's right. You don't do heights very well.
No, I don't do heights.
So I guess if there's some type of wall between Scott and the ground, he's okay.
Oh, that's a good one, Claire. Why did the chicken cross the playground to get to the other slide?
Hey,
that's good.
That is a good one, Claire. So can I steal that one? Or are you going to copyright that one? You should copyright that one, actually, because that is a very good chicken joke.
Yes, Brass Rose, and he thanked those folks already. If you joined us.
Yes, I did, actually.
At the beginning.
But you know what? I'm going to do it again because it was right at the beginning, and I want to make sure that as many people as possible know about these generous individuals. So, of course, we have, when Scott did a stream, was it this morning?
Yep.
He did a stream this morning. There was some people there that very generously sent him super chats with messages that they were for me. And those are Wendy Lou, Liz Hernandez, Ruben Michaels, Rebecca Collins, and Martin F. So if y'all are out there listening right now, again, thank you so very much. Mahalo, mahalo, mahalo. Actually, mahalo nui loa, mahalo nui loa, which is actually thank you very much, or thank you from the heart. So it's a bigger thank you than just mahalo.
SS Art 98. What's been with you guys since the very start, and what's that?
Oh, my battery.
Oh, I'll get it.
Okay, guys, I just got a 15% battery warning on my phone. But Scott said he's going to go grab his battery backpack thing. Hopefully he can get here before it dies. So, if this stream, ultimately stops, you know why. But it was 100% when I started this, so my battery's not doing as well as it used to, I think. Well, the phone is a couple years old.
Should be in.
Just checking.
Down.
But it's still going out live for me, so they'll be hearing me in a minute or a few seconds. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Battery went dead. We got it plugged in just before, but Scott forgot to
I got no connection.
Turn it on. So, Gwen, thank you very, very much. I really appreciate that for the helicopter tour. Well, we're getting closer. I have actually no idea how much that even cost. So yeah, okay, so where were we? I don't even remember. Scott plugged it in, but forgot to turn the battery pack on, and just before he realized that, it died. But we got it plugged back in, and thankfully YouTube allowed me to resume the live stream, which is a great little feature. So everybody say thank you to YouTube for that feature.
What? Okay, I'm back.
Okay, you got your stream back?
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, you got your stream back?
Down, I think.
Yeah, well, viewers went down, but they're going back up now.
Twirling. Can you hear Charles? Apparently, because your account's going.
Yeah, I just want to make sure. Somebody say in the comments that you can hear me. I just want to make sure everything's going. Scott's having technical difficulties with his phone, but I do believe mine's working fine. Okay, apparently I guess y'all can hear me, yes. Oh, Liz, thank you so much. But actually, Liz, didn't you? Liz, you already did that over on Scott's channel. But thank you again, absolutely.
What? That was from Liz?
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for your support. This morning we had a tear fest. It was very emotional.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
What was that about?
Just talking about the Ohana.
Oh.
And the support and all that stuff.
Well, it is amazing. I mean, absolutely. I know, I keep saying this. Y'all are just amazing, and y'all are. I mean, here I have over 8,000 people that I've never met face to face communicating with me. And it's all because of, well, technology, believe it or not. I remember when technology was first getting going back in my teenage years, people were saying, oh, all the computers and the technology, it's going to eliminate paper out of the office, and it's going to make things so much quicker and easier and faster. And, you know, in some ways it has done some of that, but I have also discovered that technology has complicated things too. For example, you know, you sit down at your computer, you're working just fine, everything's great, you get up, you know, you decide to go to bed, you get up the next morning, you turn the computer on, and it won't work. How can it not work?
Kira has cut purrs in our neighborhood, on our street.
Uh-oh.
And I keep getting disconnected here.
I hope everything's okay, Kira. Hey, I could do that, Brass. Create a little money jar graphic, actually, since it's all, you know, electronic currency. Can't really do a jar because there would be nothing to put in it. But I could create a little graphic for that.
Man, my phone is just screwing up. There we go. Sheesh. Okay.
Good night, Lila. Oh, and Jeremiah, I noticed when before, well, just as my battery died, you asked a question about what happened to the drone. I still got the drone, and yes, I'm going to be doing drone videos. I just haven't done anything yet because I'm trying to sort out some issues with the commercial aspect of it. And from what I'm discovering is it's going to probably take me a little bit. I can do some drone videos and put them up non-monetized without any issues, but if I monetize them, then it could be an issue. I'm not real sure about all that yet. I'm still looking into it, so please be patient on that one. So I will probably go out and do some drone videos, and I will probably do or show that content in a live chat or something of that nature versus putting it up in a regular video until I get the issues sorted that needs to be sorted. SS Art 98. Yeah, that's a good idea. I could possibly do that. Jackie, you have a great dinner and enjoy your family. Mahalo. Jeremiah, yeah, that's it. Basically, is I got to deal with the FFA stuff. Remember key punch cards. Actually, wasn't there a comment about someone asked me how many key card punches I've done? Actually, I never dealt with key card punches. I'm not quite that old. Actually, my first computer experience was a personal computer. It was the Radio Shack Tandy TRS-80 color computer 2. Gosh, I got that when I was like 13 or 14.
Peter said he started his computing career on punch cards.
Oh, wow, Peter. Punch cards. Yeah, I know what punch cards are. I've seen them in action. But I came into computers just at the advent of magnetic media beyond the reel-to-reel tape. We actually had the 5.5 inch, or is it 5 1/4? I forget which one it is. Floppy disk. You know, that were just, you know, surprised that some of those discs just didn't get destroyed just in general. I mean, I see CDs today get all scratched up, and these 5.5 inch floppy disks were just little thin little wafers with this magnetic, you know, circular record in it, and in this little plastic sleeve, and you know, they seem to last forever. The only way you could really screw one up is put it around a magnet or dunk it in water. So, okay,
Now what are we going to talk about?
I don't know. I think that pretty much covers discussion. Me saying thank you to everybody. The idea for look at that there. And actually, here's an idea for y'all, everybody. Like I said, I was saying earlier, I want to do 3 different video series: the update, the look at that there, and something else. I'm not quite sure what to do with the something else, but I want it to be something that everyone's really going to enjoy and really would be interested in it. So what would really help me is if you come up with any good ideas, you know, post a comment on any video. It doesn't really matter because I do watch the comments. And give me some ideas of what y'all would like to see specifically. You know, what type of video idea do you think I should do? Because that's what I want to do. The first 2 are for me. The update basically is general information, education, knowledge. The look at that there is something a little fun that we can also be, you know, educational with and enjoy. But the third one, I really wanted to be more focused on y'all and what y'all want to see in Hawaii. Hawaii is a big place, even though we're a small island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean that you can barely see as a dot on the map. But there is a lot here. And, you know, I have my own personality issues. I'm not a big foodie. I'm a very picky eater. So I thought about doing some stuff on food. But I'll be honest with you, I haven't really found any Hawaiian cuisine that I actually like. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, it's good. It's just, it's not like my favorite. So I wouldn't really be interested in doing that stuff. And I know food with y'all is a big one.
Is this thing still on?
Renee, thank you very much. Yeah, I thought that was a good touch myself. Others don't see. Brass Rose. And Julie says more drives around the island. Yeah, I do like the drive idea, but the problem with drive videos is they can be kind of boring. I mean, yeah, it's a beautiful drive, but do you really want to sit there for 30 minutes, you know, while I drive somewhere and watch that? But if you do, I'll do it. I mean, it's good stuff.
I want to get down to the lighthouse, like Gabe did a video last week. Oh, Denise, I'm gonna go look at that. Thank you. Oh, sorry. Sorry. I thought it was my channel.
No, go ahead. Say what you need to say. I mean,
I can't wait to see that picture, Denise. Okay, that's it.
Oh, okay. Oh, Kira, that's a hard place. A lot of the places that I like to go is not necessarily the touristy island or touristy areas of the island. The problem with that is some of those places I cannot get to anymore, or can't get to currently, or don't exist. One of my favorite places was the tide pools there at Pahoa, and I really have to say that even though I do like to snorkel and get in the water, I mostly prefer to sit there on those little lava islands in the sun and just watch the waves crashing, you know, on the rock, you know, barrier out in the ocean, and just that was what I enjoyed mostly about it. So we can do that. Now, here's actually something I've been thinking about doing, and this will maybe get y'all's opinion for one of the third video series, is I want to do kind of a play on Look at That There, but I want to call it What's That There Price? And the idea is basically, you know, I got to go grocery shopping, everybody's got to eat. So what I thought maybe I would do in that video is, you know, go down, and in the episode I will show you some general products. Now granted, most of this is going to be American products. Everybody that's outside of America maybe not recognize the products or even the prices. But the idea is to show the product, but block out the price. And y'all have to tell me, you know, in the comments what you think the price is for these particular products here in Hawaii. And then in the next video, I would start that video with showing you what the prices from the previous video was, and then of course do the next set of items and you know, continue the series on like that. So that's just a general idea. Let me know what y'all think about that. And Janice, yeah, we're all waiting for Dee to get here. Windy Loop, yeah, I did. I did the drive from McKenzie through Kapaho from McKenzie through Poiki back up to Pahoa. And then, of course, I put the lava map on the side with a marker showing, where the vehicle was and approximately, that was a really good video and got a lot of views.
Jeff wants to know what kind of critters live there.
What kind of critters live here, Jeff?
Dogs.
Well, believe it or not, Hawaii doesn't have very many predator-type animals. When it comes to mammals, the only mammals that are really here are the ones that have been brought in, like the mongoose. He's an invasive species. He was brought in. The goats and the pigs, they were brought in as well. Horses, etc. But as for wolves or squirrels or badgers or anything like that, we don't have any of those here. We don't even have snakes. However, over in Kilauea, which is just a neighborhood area not too far from here, they recently found a boa constrictor. And obviously, it didn't swim here. Someone brought that puppy in. And they're very, very strict about snakes coming into the islands because any type of snake would just decimate our native population of birds and things and frogs and stuff like that. So they very strictly try to control that. But people sneak them in, and they try in different ways. They put them down their pants. They try to put them in luggage. They do all kinds of ways. And how a boa constrictor got in, I don't know. But they got it, and I think it was sent to Honolulu or something like that.
Jeff, I paid $5.59 for a gallon of milk yesterday.
Shut up!
Oh.
You can't tell them the prices of stuff if I'm going to do the video.
Well, yes.
Well, he has to wait till the video because milk and eggs and bread are going to be the staples. Just kidding, Jeff. You can ask all you want, and we will answer if we can.
Oh, thanks for that link, Kira.
Yeah, Ray, there are ducks and cows here as well. Rabbits, none in the wild that I know of.
Peter's raising them.
Yeah, well, like I said, in the wild, none in the wild. They are captive, and I'm not sure what would happen if rabbits got loose in the environment. Rabbits are vegetarians, and I don't think there's really no carrots around.
Kira will not stop talking about bacon. That's
Kira and
all
bacon.
she talks about.
Let me guess, Kira, you're probably one of these people that will buy a jar of bacon bits and just eat the whole jar by yourself, won't you? Come on. I'm waiting for the comment. I know it's a yes. It's okay. No need to be embarrassed. We all do things like that. Brass Rose, yeah, I think there was a story about the brown tree snake. And actually, I think that was caught at the airport on Honolulu, and that was many years ago. I believe that it came over from India in a container or something. Or actually, no, it was on the plane. It was in the wheel well of the plane.
Oh, funny, Kira.
Renee, yeah, that's another idea. I could do one on the plants and stuff. Bacon does not come in a can. Yes, it does. It's called Spam.
You're not supposed to... Oh, this is your channel.
Yes, this is my channel. I can do whatever I want.
And it is good. Spam-flavored bacon-flavored Spam is delicious.
Ooh, horse, Janice? Adventurous, but I'm not that adventurous. No, I couldn't... I'm very picky when it comes to food. And I grew up...
Sorry.
No problem. Later, John. I grew up country. You know, my step family basically were hunters. Venison, deer. We used to go up to Ocala National Forest and spend 2 weeks over Christmas vacation. And squirrels, rabbits, raccoons, deer. Pretty much anything that moved with 4 legs was up for the dinner table. So even though some of that stuff I didn't want to eat, I was kind of forced to as a kid. So I think that had an effect on me as an adult. I decided that as an adult, I get to pick and choose what I eat, and so I do. And Spam is one of the things that I choose not to eat, no matter how good other people may say it is. If you read the ingredients list, there's just way too much salt in it. Even though they say lower sodium, Well, lower sodium is still high sodium because you should have seen what was in it before they lowered the sodium. But
it's not bad.
well, to each their own, and I respect all that.
If it tastes good, eat it.
Rebecca, yes, I've had alligator tail, actually. A little too gamey for me, did not taste like chicken. And that's, by the way, everybody, is when someone says, oh, it's good, it tastes like chicken, they're lying to you. Because I've had all these things that's supposed to taste like chicken. Rabbit, squirrel, possum, turtle, and sadly, I have to report none of it tasted like chicken, including goat. Now, actually, I will say goat was the closest to tasting like chicken that I think of anything exotic, if you want to call goat exotic, that I've ever had. Oh, who could eat a kangaroo? Rattlesnake? Yeah, I've had rattlesnake. Had that up in Ocala. No, Julie, rabbit does not taste like chicken. I've never had frog legs, only simply because I love frogs and I just can't eat frogs. That would just be like, you know, I was going to say something, but I'm not going to say it. Ostrich? Actually, I have had an ostrich egg omelet. And I hate to say that was the most disgusting thing I think I've ever ate.
That's because you knew it was ostrich. It probably tastes like a regular egg.
No, it doesn't. Ostrich eggs do not taste like chicken eggs. Okay, the only thing that tastes like chicken or chicken eggs are chicken and chicken eggs. Okay, everybody. I think that pretty much does it.
Don't forget to hit the thumbs up.
Yes, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. And if you have tuned in and you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Plus, hit that little bell icon so you can get notifications when I post regular videos or do live streams or premieres. Of course, don't forget to share all this on your favorite social media platform with all your friends and family and even all those other strangers that most likely follow you that you don't know.
Have you ever said that before?
Said what?
What you just said.
Variations of it, yeah. Why, did it sound a little rehearsed?
Yeah.
That's just the announcer in me, what can I say? Okay, everybody, so that's going to wrap up this stream. I didn't expect it to go this long. It wasn't my plan. I was expecting maybe 20 minutes. But I want to say thank you to everybody again for all your support, contributions, your views, watching the ads, and all the wonderful things that y'all do, including every last comment that I get. Y'all are absolutely amazing. You got something you want to say, Scott?
Nope. Thanks for stopping by, everyone.
Okay, everybody. That'll do it. I really appreciate you for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed what you saw. Again, don't forget to hit that like button. It really helps me a lot. And until next time, you have a absolutely amazing and wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening.
Aloha.